Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
There's so much going on in your community that even in this age of information, it's tough to keep up. This show will help. It's all about what's new, what's happening, and what's out there. So if you're ready, sit back and listen up, Santa Paula.
Yeah, let's turn up those mics and
that would help.
If you're ready, listen up, Santa Paula. It is yours truly, back from the dead.
Yeah, that was a poor start.
It was. You want to do it again?
No, we're good.
Okay,
we're up and running.
Yeah,
so.
it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually have our special guest on. I normally don't turn her video on right away, but everybody saw her. It's too late, so she's there.
Yes.
So how you doing, Vanessa?
I'm good.
We all know it's Vanessa because we can see her name on the tag.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're from our listening audience, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
So Vanessa, would you like to introduce yourself as far as who you work for, what you're doing, and so on?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Vanessa, longtime resident, been here my entire life. I currently work for the city of Santa Paula as a management fellow in the city manager's office.
So she works for our co-host. So does he really exist?
He does, but hard to find him.
Okay. Yeah. So we can
Same
attest
way
to that. Yeah. So I guess that's a good thing because at least we don't have to feel bad about not being loved or anything. Because
I'll see him in one spot, and then a few hours later, he's in another area of town. Then he's in the other area of town, and it's like he just goes back and forth. But
what does he do?
He does
everything.
A little bit of everything, exactly. But he gets the job done.
He does. He looks busy.
But somebody's
got. He is
gotta,
busy.
I know, but somebody's got to be sacrificed, and unfortunately, it's our show with him. There's just not enough of him to go.
So
around.
we're the sacrificial lamb.
Exactly. But
you know what? He sent Vanessa, and I would much rather have her sitting in that chair than
same here,
Jonathan.
Same here.
Yeah. Okay.
So
we have a quorum.
There you go. So Vanessa's one of 3 management fellows that we have at the city. So and we'll bring Mirka, and we'll bring Stephanie and also other weeks as our co-hosts to fill in for our other co-host.
So there are 3 management fellows.
Mm-hmm.
And so how is it that Vanessa is associated with you?
Well, the chamber actually invested in a management fellow with our downtown district, partnered with them. And the city, as you know, they've been doing the management fellow program for a few years now. So they always bring in at least 2 management fellows to help assist with city staff and whatever projects that they have. And this year, with the chamber actually partnered with a PBID, the downtown district, and we asked to bring in a 3rd fellow. So we actually have 3 great fellows, 3 great young ladies. And what we're doing is, instead of us just having one, Jonathan and I talked, and we decided to have all 3 participate in everything we're doing based on their strengths and what they would like to do too. So it was a great deal for me because I invested in half of a management fellow, and I got 3 beautiful management fellows here.
Nice.
So and very strong women, and they've got a lot of potential for later on in life, and I think they're going to be our great city leaders here at some point, and maybe replace our co-host.
Permanently,
maybe permanently.
Okay,
too. But
they might permanently replace us too. Who knows?
True. Yeah. I'm looking for my exit strategy right now. but no, it's great to have them here. And they're all 3 they live here, and they're either graduated from college or they're currently in college right now. And so it's great to have some young talent here to help assist us old guys, and just to see a different outlook on our community and see how we can make changes that are necessary.
Could you excuse me 1 second? I need to get some makeup.
Yeah.
Makeup?
It's not going to help.
No. Okay.
No.
So we found out, Vanessa, that we actually have a connection as well.
Yeah, I know Jared from doing performing arts in Ventura, and also from just going to the same high school. I went to high school in Ventura, sadly, but I've been here my whole life.
So Ventura Foothill though is an awesome school.
It is. I loved it.
So yeah, we had always said that if our so our 3 older boys all went to Foothill, but then Foothill is on a lottery basically.
Mhm.
And so if your kids are in the school, then the siblings automatically get in. But there was so much of a gap between our third youngest or our third child to Jared that they'd already left school by the time he got there. And fortunately, he got the lottery and was able to get back in. But so when did you graduate?
I graduated Foothill in 2019.
2019?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that might have been the year he came in.
Because
he was part
a
of
freshman,
D-Tech.
I was a senior. I also know Jonathan too.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So yeah.
Wow. Oh, yeah, because Jonathan would have been PTY as well. And what play did you participate in?
I was in a musical review in like 2016.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Well, Jared has kind of taken over the whole PTYA thing. He choreographs and does all that stuff, and he just got engaged.
Oh, he did.
He did.
Wow.
I told him it has to be a long engagement, like a really long engagement, because he has to finish school.
Mhm. When did this happen?
Congratulations.
Well, so our show on Friday, we had a big mashup show, and he was supposed to come out. And the way I perform is I perform in a storytelling kind of format. And so it was basically going back in time to when I met my wife, and then the engagement scene as to what took place when we got engaged with the whole ring and everything. And so he was supposed to get down and reenact the engagement, which came out of a Cracker Jacks box, which we borrow a ring from somebody in the audience. And I end up grinding the ring to dust because I overcleaned it, which it then appears in a gumball machine in one of those little containers. I then put it into a ring box, and then Jared is supposed to get on his knee and ask for the ring, but the ring is now gone because the friend lost it. And it ends up in a Cracker Jack box in the toy surprise. And so after that was done, he was supposed to say, wait a minute, there's one more thing left to do. And he was actually supposed to propose for real. However, Julie, Jared, and May all came down with COVID. So I ended up sleeping in the studio for over a week. I have my little blow up mattress downstairs. I went home because they're all gone now. So I got a shower. I did it just for you. And no, I don't care about John.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they've all tested negative as of Saturday, but the show was on Friday and they were still testing positive. So they couldn't do the show. So he got engaged privately instead of this big hurrah.
So, okay. So he still did it, but not
just
with,
the two of them.
Not with a,
not in front of,
Yes.
not in front of 300 people.
Yeah.
So
well, good for him.
Which would have been my thing because, I like to show off.
Yeah. Well, if you ask your wife to marry you again, she'd probably say no, right?
There's a good chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Higher percentage now than back in the day.
You know, Julie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 So did you used to do any other kind of theater or anything like that, or?
Actually, here in town, I danced with the studio, the now Encore Dance Studio.
Yeah.
I danced with them for 15 years.
Oh wow.
And then I also partook in Ghost Walk at the theater center for 4 years in high school.
Okay. Did you do Ghost Walk last year?
No, I was still in college.
Or the year before? Jared did Ghost Walk.
Oh.
So he's following you, he's stalking you. I don't know if you're aware of that.
No, actually, I was one of the first youth. It was I brought me and a friend along for Ghost Walk 2015, and we were the first ever people under 45.
And where was that at?
That was at Limonera before they turned it into Harvest.
Oh, okay. I was out there. We did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were out there for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Ghost Walk is really cool. And it's coming up.
Yeah, they're doing it at the Masonic Temple this year, right across the street from the theater.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. They already have it all set up. It's ready to go. The 3 Saturdays in October. So
Nice.
I think they have tickets on sale already. You can go to the Santa Paula Theater Center, or I think there's a Ghost Walk website too.
Yeah.
But you can get it through the theater center.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That should be really cool over there. So
yeah, that's an interesting building.
Yeah, we actually did a tour of it because we were looking at trying
That's right. You've been in there
to buy it,
Yeah.
and they said at the time that they weren't interested in selling.
Mm.
So
At the time.
Mhm. So things change.
Exactly.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
how do we know any inside dirt there that we want to share to the world?
No.
Okay.
Not that we can make public, but, but remember, there's always a chance.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you got $2 million for me?
Not in my pocket right now, but yeah.
Okay.
We'll have to see. Maybe
All
we
right.
can find a grant for you or something.
Yeah. Vanessa, your first project.
I just graduated. Oh, what?
Your first project.
Oh, yeah.
Get me $2 million.
Yeah, I just graduated college. I can't help you with that one.
Yeah, student loans. So what'd you go to school for?
I went to UC Berkeley and I majored in legal studies, but I double minored in American studies and Chicano studies.
Oh, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so you obviously have an interest in the films.
Yes.
And I heard about the little project. Tell us a little bit about that project.
Yeah, so about 2 years ago, I was watching Addams Family, and I noticed there was a scene where they were driving through a street, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's Santa Paula. And then that made me think about every single thing that's been filmed here in town. Because, everyone's heard of like the popular like Carrie, Joe Dirt, miscellaneous commercials.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, you know what? We need like a definite list of every single thing filmed in town. So I contacted local historians in the area, did a lot of research online, and I've made a website actually dedicated to movies, TV, commercials, and music videos filmed here in town. It's called filmedinsantapaula.wordpress.com. And I'm currently working on some posters of kind of getting that word out to maybe a little bit more to people walking on Main Street, maybe.
Very cool. I'll have to add that website to the Tourism Bureau's
Yeah,
filmography.
it's a great website. And it's got, how far back did you go? All the way to the early.
Yeah, it starts off in
films.
1911 with Gaston Millet doing some stuff over there. And so there's a lot of pieces filmed here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we actually we had a guest on who filmed a lot of different projects and actually knew the history of the very first filming that was done.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he was the one who created video editing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
that was last week. So,
was it last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I know it seems so long ago.
I know it does. I have no idea. It's all a blur.
Yeah.
So what got you into the whole filming thing? Just kind of a sidebar thing, and
I mean, during the pandemic, like during the height of COVID, I came home and I was taking Berkeley classes online at home, and I was like, man, I'm kind of bored. I was blessed to be bored and only have to do schoolwork. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to watch one new movie every single day. So from May 2020 to August 2021, I watched a different film, brand new film every day. Some people will say it's not healthy or it's not enjoyable, but I had a good time. So. But I've always been really obsessed with Santa Paula's film history. And like growing up, my parents, my relatives were like, oh yeah, I remember when, Leave It to Beaver was filmed, or, oh, my friend so-and-so was an extra in Carrie, or just things like that. And then I like watching commercials on just regular TV and be like, hey, look at that Santa Paula. Oh, hey, I've been there. I know there. So it's just, it's nice because it's like, my little hometown, there's so many hidden secrets.
yes, there is.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's done a great job with the research, and part of this project she's doing is for the county's 150th anniversary, and Vanessa and I have talked about it, and so she's going to create this whole display piece at our old Gonzalez Furniture on Main Street, right across from the oil museum, and it'll just talk about the entire history of filming from what she's researched, and we're hoping that it'll be kind of a ongoing display. So because we did look at a project about taking all the downtown businesses that weren't open and putting projects, pictures or whatever, and then we just thought about, hey, this would be a great area for to talk about the history of filming. And then once Vanessa came on board with the school or with the city, I was like, this is perfect. We can have her do it or ask her to do it. And so, we're going to hopefully have that ready to go by the 21st. And then we're going to look at making that more of a rotating project that we can do around town and stuff. Well, hopefully we'll keep it up at the business there for a while too. We'll see what he says.
Sure. Yeah.
But, you see everything that's there, huh?
Yeah, and it's because I think on let me go to, so it's the website is filmedinsantapala.wordpress.com.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, heritage. Come on. Let's do the walking.
Yeah.
Everything's broken. Like
Everything's just
my brain.
well.
It's
I think our internet's slow because it's been slow the last few days.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Has
it been everywhere?
The city.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're trying to fix it though, so we are working on that.
So we have listed 203 films going back. So we got some of the 1911s and the 1912s.
Mm-hmm.
So how many films did you end up coming up with?
It's a little bit difficult because like that early 1900s, you don't know like which was filmed here, which one was filmed in Texas, which one he filmed in Tahiti, kind of thing. So it's the numbers you had, like you said, 200. It's definitely more. It's like definitely around that range. If you count just movies, it's way less than if you count like all the commercials and all the. And I know there's a bunch of stuff I'm missing too, because there's commercials that I can think. There's this one Spectrum commercial I remember they're going down Main Street, but I can't find any like video output of it online since, and it's just been bothering me since like for the past 2 years. So
yeah, and this would be this list comes from only IMDb.
Yeah.
That was a throat clearing mic check thing.
Yeah, but even on that site, it doesn't list everything.
Yeah, that site only has what people have personally written. But then I reached out to different Facebook groups, like growing up in Santa Paula, and saying, "Hey, what memories do you guys have of films here?" And some people gave me like really solid answers. Some people were like, "I remember this film was filmed here," and then I look it up, and like that film was filmed in like Mexico and like never here. So it's a bit of fact checking with that as well.
Well, that's really awesome.
Yeah,
that's very cool. So go to filmedinsantapala.wordpress.com and you can see the list, and you got some pictures up there. Oh my gosh.
Getting all choked up here.
I am. It's such a beautiful story. No.
But so Vanessa, what else are you working on right now as projects in the city?
Right now I'm also doing like social media. So I'm in charge of like posting on the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Nextdoor, and LinkedIn. I also work with Channel 10 and posting stuff on there. So if you see the pictures going through, maybe I posted that one. But yesterday I worked with this youth workshop for the Oil Museum. As you know, the Oil Museum is being donated back to the city, and we want to kind of figure out what to do with it. So we had a specific youth workshop to ask the youth what they want.
Oh, cool.
And she did a great job because, you have all these kids and, they sometimes can be a little loud, and they're excited. They're there, the city fed them, they got pizza and stuff and everything. And then they were trying to get the creative ideas.
Get an invite.
Well, you got to look online. She posted online. But then when they were a little kind of, a little chatty and getting a little excited, I know Jonathan was looking like trying to get their attention. Vanessa just got their attention by just doing your clapping. And all of a sudden they all I forgot how you did it, but
if you can hear me clap once, if you can hear me clap twice.
Yeah.
And then you just go on until everybody can hear you.
Yeah.
Well,
And
The
then,
claps were a little bit syncopated, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I forgive them.
but it was like quiet, so
Yeah, Julie does the,
mm,
and then they have to do
yeah.
back, or 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
So Vanessa got the attention of everybody, including the adults.
Nice.
So yeah, but it was great. It was great to see the kids, and then it was a little hard to get the ideas out of them. But after a while, they started talking, and it's funny because even though it's through the kids' eyes, a lot of the stuff that they asked for was stuff that we've had in other workshops with the adults, and there's a lot of crossover. And I was telling Jonathan that last night. I go, if you look at this is what a lot of what the adults were saying. And so there's kind of the same vision, but it's just how do you put all that together?
Right.
And a lot of them want it interactive, I think, for the most part. Some want to keep the history of what it is, and some want something different. But for the most part, they want something that they can constantly change and evolve every time. Because if you do something once or twice, after a while in a museum, okay, I've seen it all already.
Right.
So you got to have these rotating displays or projects, or even have organizations come in and provide some content too.
Right.
So, and that's what part of these workshops are. And the city's trying to get all the information they can. They're going to sit down there with the team, and they're going to put it together and see where they're going to go from there. So it's a long process. I don't see this happening until probably midpoint next year before they actually get to a point where it'll open back up, because it's going to take a while to go through the whole process.
Oh yeah.
But it was good. It was a good exercise yesterday to see all that. And Vanessa and our fellow management fellows actually did a good job giving tours and stuff too. So it was cool. It was a good evening to see that. So
Vanessa, what are you hoping to do with your life?
Wow. That's a bit much for a Wednesday at 11 a.m.
I know.
Right now, I'm figuring that exact question. Everyone's like, what are you going to do in your gap year? And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the non-gap years.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, planning on applying to grad school in some way, shape, or form. Taking these 2 years to kind of finalize exactly what I want to do and exactly how I want to do and stuff like that.
So with the degree that you currently have, what typical fields does somebody go into with that?
Well, with legal studies, a lot of people go into maybe law or perhaps like government. So I suppose I'm kind of doing that right now, working with the city. But the door is really wide open. I feel like there's a lot of different options I could perhaps pursue.
Are you interested in politics at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I would say yes. Not as jumping on board as I used to be.
See, we might be interviewing our first female president.
Could be.
And you never know.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you aspiring to be that? No.
I don't do well at public debates.
I don't think anyone does well at any normal human being does not do well in politics with the trash that they spew.
Tonight they're at the Reagan Museum doing the Republican debate.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be an interesting show.
Yeah.
To see. But yeah, politics is tough now. With social media and just you're out there now. You're putting yourself and your family out there now. And it's tough. It is tough for anybody. I give credit to people that get into that.
Yeah, because if you said something 30 years ago, you're going to get roasted over it.
Exactly. And it's what did you do 30 years ago? Are you doing anything? You do things a lot different. You learn and you evolve.
I set fire to a leaf.
Oh yeah, well, so it's not much different then, right? So, but you learn over the years. I mean, what you're doing now, you're probably not going to be doing 20 years from now. You'll be doing something much greater, greater thing and stuff. So, but yet again, they can hold that over your head, and it's like you're not the same person sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, there's certain things you say that, you probably shouldn't be if that's the case. But if it's just basic stuff, you saw that during the last few years, how they were just nitpicking everybody, and it's just it's like, wow, I mean, that's not the same person or whatever. And I get it. I get what's going on with today's society, but man, it makes it tough to get people to want to do it.
There's nothing private anymore.
No, not at all.
Everybody spews their life out on social media, and there's I know some of my relatives' shortcomings because they talk about it on social media, and it's like, really?
Yeah, and I'm more private with it. Even though I monitor it, I don't post anything like that, not remotely anything like that.
Strictly business.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'll watch things but I make sure I don't post anything just because you never know who's watching you.
Right.
But
I just saw some interesting chips over here.
oh, okay.
And
what was that?
have you ever had this?
No.
I don't know if Baron Jagger.
Oh,
So
is that like your squirrel moment? We were in the show, and all of a sudden you just started wandering.
yeah, sorry.
I was like, what happened there?
What were we
doing?
talking about? Yeah. So
that's why we don't have guests.
I know.
You kind of drive them away, man.
So Vanessa, how long are you gonna be with the city?
Today?
No.
No.
Like, how long are you gonna be?
Yeah. So my fellowship lasts until the end of July,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh wow! So
yeah,
you got some time here.
oh yeah, just started.
Very cool.
So,
Yeah.
And all three of them are the same time frame.
yes.
Nice.
They got some great ideas. I mean, I've sat with Vanessa and Stephanie and Mirka, and they've all got some great ideas on how to improve our community. And we're giving them the freedom to do that. And Vanessa's doing her filming stuff. She's doing all the social media stuff, and great to maybe work with her on the tourism bureau too, to learn that aspect of it, how we kind of tie all that in too. So because James does all the tourism bureau, he manages the site for the tourism bureau, and he posts everything in social media and stuff. So yeah, he's a great resource for that too.
Yeah, and the yeah.
Wow, you're just having an off show, aren't you? Wow, a little distracted here, So
yeah, that's me. I am telling you, this weekend has been the week before when they got COVID and I started sleeping here because I couldn't afford to get it with the show and everything like that. It was I felt my age
for
the first time, because I go around thinking that I'm your age. So, in fact, you might be more mature than I am. So, but this week, I felt my age.
Yeah, well, I wish I would have known coming in. I would have took the lead on the show, but because you.
Well, since when don't you when we have a guest?
No.
You never let me talk.
Yeah, well, normally, your wife, but she's the host. Or,
Yeah.
You never get a word in edgewise. You become our producer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
not doing such a great job at that right now either.
No, you're having a tough time. So anyway, take a deep breath. So
continue.
Anything else you got? I mean, you're usually the one that's got the questions.
I know. Well, I asked my questions.
Okay.
So Vanessa, what's up? What's on the agenda for the city over the next month or so?
A lot of posting on social media. Every day we post about 3 to 4 things. I'm trying to bring up some new ideas, like, hey, what if we start posting like this? And slowly those ideas are trickling in. But I'm.
What's your favorite social media site to post on?
As the city.
As you.
As me. I like this site called Letterboxd, where you can post your reviews and when you watch movies, and you can log them. So I think that's very Vanessa. As the city, Instagram, because I can just schedule that, and just like there's a post going to come out pretty soon. I could just be like, okay, hands off.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
The city does a lot on Instagram and LinkedIn. It's something that they're really pushing as well.
LinkedIn?
Yeah. You're seeing a lot more on that too. So I've noticed that over the last year or so, they've been doing that. So
LinkedIn is kind of like another who's my favorite? Yelp. So Yelp is the mafia of paid advertising. So they this is all for these local businesses. I'm going to give you here is a consumer warning. So Yelp, I normally do not do anything with Yelp. Yelp, truly, if you look up their reviews, they are the mafia of if you tell them to stop calling, they will pass the number on to somebody else, and then those people will harass you. And they harass you. And if you don't advertise with them, all of a sudden these mysterious negative reviews start showing up on your profile that were never there before. So it's like really kind of shady.
Yeah.
So I get this guy, and he seems like a decent guy.
Mhm.
So I said, you know what? I will do $100 budget on the escape rooms just to try it out, because I know a lot of people go to Yelp for escapes and restaurants and things of that nature. So I will do $100 budget. My bad. I didn't monitor it. The first month they took $540 out of my account.
Really?
They charged me for a service that I did not sign up for, some upgrade to my profile. The advertising budget was not set to $100. It was set to like $15 or $30 or something like that per day. And it was like jumping through circles trying to get the stuff all canceled. So I was very adamant. All I have in the budget is $100 for ads, period. I do not want to spend more than $100. If it gets to 100, shut it off. Can't tell you how many times I said that to him. And it was over $500 in the first month.
That's crazy.
Yeah. In week 1, they charged me $200. So needless to say, I will not do business with Yelp ever again, because they are deceitful, and their ways are not coherent to capitalism, honest capitalism.
Well, that's, I know that's one avenue, but there's a lot of different avenues now that you can get reviews. TikTok is one. Even though I'm anti-TikTok, I'm not a TikTok person, but my wife looks at all that and she finds some great deals as people are posting it.
Yeah.
We were just in Vegas last weekend, and she looks at what's available there, and they tell you certain things to try, and a lot of it's true, So that's been a huge platform lately for a lot of people to post, is TikTok. You get the other stuff that comes with it too,
right.
And drives me nuts when my wife's swiping and there's like the same song playing over and over, and I'm like, what is going on? She's like, they're all different, and I'm like, no, it's the same song. It's driving me nuts that you keep doing, or some kind of soundbite, and I'm just like, what is going on? So I'm not a TikTok person. I've never really gotten into that. So
hey, how about our next show? We talk about social media.
Yes. Yeah.
You want to do that?
Would be a good one. So,
all right.
Yeah. And, Vanessa's got great ideas for social media. So maybe we can, she got great ideas for our show too, to help promote it.
Okay.
And we need all the help we can get. So, but yeah, no, she's working on some great stuff this coming year. And I know we're actually looking at reviewing the filming website and stuff now that the strike's just about over. So
yeah,
so it'll be done pretty soon. I know the writers are going back to work, and hopefully the actors pretty soon here. Usually happen, but we're hoping to bring back filming. Vanessa's going to play a huge part in that, the role, working with me and working with the city,
trying to get become film friendly.
Yes, and that's where maybe he can come in too, because we talked about filming a video that we can post on the site promoting filming in the community. So maybe that's where you can help us out, Jim. We should do that. So
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, quick calendar update.
Yes. What do we have coming up tomorrow? No, that's not.
I'm the social media person,
oh, okay. Well,
so I just copy and paste.
Okay. Business roundtable tomorrow. Aren't you going to be there tomorrow? Business roundtable?
If Jonathan lets me.
I'll see. Always back to Jonathan.
I know.
Always. Business roundtable tomorrow, 9:00 at the Glen Tavern. And that'll be our second to last roundtable of the year. There'll be some great presentations. Tracy Hanna from Santa Paula Trading is also on my chamber board. She's going to present for me because I won't be there. And then we have some great updates from the city. Gives our businesses opportunity to come in and talk about, ask questions to city staff, to the chamber. So it's a good event, and you've been there, several times.
Almost every time.
Yeah, exactly.
We've always been represented every time.
You've always had somebody there.
Yep.
So that's a good one. Next week we have cruise night, the final cruise night, the first Friday of the month.
Wow.
I know the whole year's going.
We were just talking about trying to fund the cruise night, and now it's the final one.
Yeah. And then we have the county's 150th party, and that is on October 21st. You can go to the chamber website, santapaulachamber.com. There's all the information on the calendar. all the upcoming events that are coming up through October. So yeah, you'll find everything. And we are starting the process of the Christmas parade. So next week, you'll start to see some outreach for that as well. And we'll start signing up people for the Christmas parade. Crazy.
I'm getting off the train.
Can I plug something really?
You may.
So this Friday is the annual rivalry game for the Santa Paula Cardinals against the Fillmore Flashes.
Mm-hmm.
It's being played at home. However, tickets are sadly sold out. But the city has been working with the football team, and they will be streaming it live on Spectrum Channel 10. Also be streaming online if you can't make it out to the game.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be on the school district website, and Card TV, which is with the Cardinals. Card TV is the host of it, which is the school's network. So look out for that. They've been promoting it on social media. So it should be a good time. It's a rivalry game. I graduated from there. No, you didn't graduate from there. You're from Foothill
but
Tech.
my parents and my grandmother graduated from Santa Paula.
So it's a huge rivalry game. It's like 113th year. Yeah. Something like
Wow.
That. So it's always the battle of Santa Paula.
And what's the record?
Well, Santa Paula's ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
We're always the dominant one. No, I'm kidding. No, it goes back and forth. And, Fillmore's been really good this year. So Santa Paula. So it should be a pretty good rival. But it's good to see good quality football in the Valley here. Because, you always see the big powerhouses in other areas. Yeah. But Santa Paula and Fillmore, they're holding their own this year. So they're going to do some good things this year. So proud of both teams,
Nice.
Yep.
Alrighty. We will see you all next week.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed my time here.
So next week will be audio only, but and we'll talk about some social media.
Yes.
Yeah. Social networking, that too.
Okay.
Alrighty. We'll be back next week. Take care.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.